What's up, everybody? We're back. My name's Adam. I'm here with Shane and Andrew, and we're the Comic Nerds. Guys, how you doing today?
Goddamn fantastic.
I like
I only
it.
got a drink in my hand, so I feel a little happy.
Very nice. Guys, really important, before we get onto this entire thing and whatnot, guys, it's really important that everyone knows this. What up, Badoof? How you doing, my guy? Yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, Tuesday, was our boy, Kyle's birthday.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he turned the big 1-7. The big 1-7.
Happy belated, man.
So
Jeez.
happy birthday again, Kyle. That was awesome. He's in a play, which is really cool. He's not in the play, but he's a part of the play. So he's been working every day on that. He's been in school.
Yeah, my man worked hard always.
For a lot.
Keep at it.
He works hard.
Yeah.
You know. So
Kyle.
but hey, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. But he had a nice birthday. So hopefully he had a nice birthday. I wasn't there. I don't know. But yeah, so happy birthday, Kyle. YouTube, how you doing? Just going to start that off now because I upload all of our live streams. So I do have a separate section for the Comic Nerds. So YouTube, how you doing today? We're back with some Comic Nerd stuff. Last week we did a Black Adam review. So it was a little bit different of a format last week than what we normally do. Normally we just kind of talk about, what's new in the real world, in the Marvel universe, and the DC universe. And that's kind of what we do. But then every now and then we'll rate a movie or a show, Not next week, but the week after we'll be reviewing Black Panther. So that'll be interesting. Or maybe not. We'll see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because Black Panther comes out on the 11th. Black Panther comes out next weekend, actually. Just dope. But Andrew, you said you're going to be in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So maybe you'll just meet Black Panther.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, Black Panther's in Orlando, right?
You're talking about Disney World?
With the Marvel. Isn't that Orlando? Is that Orlando or is that in Disney? The Marvel.
There's no Disney World is it wait. Yeah, Disney World is in no, that's in Orlando. But he's gonna be are you in Orlando or Miami?
No, he's going to be in Orlando.
Where are you going? No, okay. Yeah, no,
Disney
so
World or Disneyland? I don't know which one is what.
both. Disney owns all of it. You'll see them.
Disneyland is in California.
Wow.
Disney World is Florida.
Yeah.
I'm going to Universal for a day.
That'll be fun. Tell Spider-Man I said what's up.
He's in Universal?
I think so.
Yeah, you can find him there.
Yeah, you can find him. Tell him your boy Adam said what's up. He'll remember me.
I hate Tom Holland.
Just find a Marvel character somewhere. I bet if you walk the streets, you'll find someone in a costume.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's very Florida.
Yeah. Spider-Man will do like a cartwheel or something, black. But anyway, yeah. So this is what's up. You know what I mean? So we got some. We don't have here's the thing. We don't really have a lot of news. We have a decent amount of news, but we have some very interesting news. Some opinionated news that I'd be really curious to hear your guys' opinion on. Because it'll be interesting. So and for those of you watching live, feel free to let us know your thoughts on these subjects here. And for those of you watching on YouTube, feel free to comment down below your thoughts. And as we go along, would love to hear your opinions. And this is what we're here for, because we love to have chats. We love to have very, how should I say this? Professional, maybe, chats. Not crazy trolly, you suck because you have the wrong opinion. We'll say you suck to each other, but we won't say you suck to you. But that's because we know each other and we all suck. But that's besides the point. Anyway, why don't we just get right into it? Starting off with obviously the sad things, because what way to start off a show than to start it off sad.
That's our speed.
Yeah, it's sad. Migos rapper Kirshnik Kari Ball, who was Takeoff. I don't know if you know him or just Migos in general. What's up?
I've heard of Migos, but
yeah. Migos is a three-person. They're three people, so they're part of it's a three-person rap group. And Takeoff was one of those rappers. He actually died getting hit by a stray bullet at a bowling alley. He had like a private event or something, and I guess some shootout happened, and he got hit with the bullet, which is really sad and unfortunate. I heard that he was actually like a stand-up guy. Like he did a lot for the community, kind of, and it's just really unfortunate. He was our age. He was 28.
Really?
28 years old.
Wow.
So that's like it's just really unfortunate. It's sad.
So
Obviously,
it's always the people that's like good for the community. That's always the most tragic way to go.
no, of course.
Swear.
But it's always like the ones that are good for the community that kind of like die too, because like it's like a threat. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how Nipsey died. Nipsey was like hardcore. Like, you know, he was a good guy to the police. He was good to the community. He was giving back, and people killed him because he was good to the community. That was like the craziest shit, man. I was like, man, this guy's doing good, and you're gonna kill him because he's doing good. Like that's fucked up. But yeah, rest in peace, Takeoff. And unfortunately too, and this is a weird one, but also sad, is Alexander. So MMA fighter Alexander Pizarev, I don't really know how to pronounce his last name correctly, died after eating poisoned watermelon in Russia.
Did he get poisoned?
No, he ate poisoned watermelon and died. Yeah, he got poisoned. I think it was obviously it was like an assassination, but like his wife, everyone was like it's the wife, but like the wife ate the watermelon too. She's hospitalized currently right now. I don't know if she's. I'm pretty sure she's alive, but the wife is currently hospitalized. But yeah, he was eating watermelon, and the watermelon was poisoned, and he died. The dude was 33 years old, and I've seen him around. I've seen this guy. Like I don't watch MMA. I don't do a lot watch a lot of fighting, but apparently he was getting big. He was moving on up because I started seeing a lot of like fight videos of him, and he was really good. But poison watermelon, man, don't eat the watermelon. Apparently in Moscow, because he's dead. So rest in peace to Alexander as well. That was a little bit of an odd one, but obviously I can't imagine eating poison is a good way to die. I've always watched in like Game of Thrones or other shows where they get poisoned, and they don't look like they quite enjoy it very much. So I can't really imagine actually getting poisoned is very pleasant. Not a great way to die.
That's a hell of a way to go.
Yeah, it is.
Like, Jesus.
But it's also like, who the hell killed him? You know what I mean? That like poisoned watermelon. They were like, who looked at this and was like, yeah, let's poison his watermelon. You know what I mean? Out of all foods.
Because you hear stories of like, these people got poisoned by this and that, right? With like having it directly like, oh, they poisoned this to kill them.
Yeah.
I haven't heard poisoned watermelon before. That actually,
it's new.
That's interesting.
It's new, but rest in peace, my guy. So now we're getting into some. So that was the sad stuff. And unfortunately, we have to talk about sad stuff. That's just sad. But we're getting into like more exciting that we'll have some crazy things. I'm really curious on some of your guys' opinion. First thing on the thing, Powerball. I'm sure you guys have all heard by now. The Powerball number is insane right now. Last I checked, and it was earlier this morning, it's at 1.5 billion with a B.
God damn.
With a B, not with the with a B. All right, like 1.5 bill. If one person were to win this money, and you were to take the payout and get paid all at once, you still get $700 million after taxes. Like it's a.
We should all do Powerball right after this.
Oh, I already did.
I keep thinking it, I keep forgetting it, I just never do it.
So
Me too sometimes.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. My wife and I bought Powerball tickets the first night, and no one's won. So we bought Powerball tickets the first night. That was on Monday, I think was the first drawing, or Tuesday, something like that. No one won. We won $4 because we got the Powerball numbers. So you automatically won like $4 or something. We used that $4, bought an extra two tickets with 20, and now we won $7. So we're only moving on up in this world.
Slowly chipping away, baby.
So just I
Slowly
mean,
but surely.
it's starting to get crazy though, to the point where like I'm getting nervous for whoever is actually going to win this money, because that is a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
The thing that sucks about Massachusetts law in terms of like lottery winning You have to show your face,
Do you?
like when you win the lottery.
You can't
Yeah,
be anonymous?
It can't be
That
anonymous.
sucks.
Yeah, you can hire a lawyer to have them accept the lottery winning for you, but I mean,
Your name's
I don't
still
know.
got to be out there then, I would
Exactly, yeah.
imagine. Yeah,
It's kinda
wow,
weird.
that's really fucked up. That's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, like
definitely move
Massachusetts.
after that.
Leave it to Massachusetts where it's just like, yeah, you can win, but everyone's going to know.
That's just asking you to get bling.
So that means you're going to be contacted by like people who went to your high school like 10 years ago who haven't said a single word but wants you to throw a fundraiser for their kid or something, or like that one uncle that you didn't even know was like an uncle or something for like a favor.
I would put everyone on blast if like people I haven't spoken to in like 10 years. And it was like, hey man, I just heard you won the Powerball. Congratulations. Wow, it's been forever since I've like seen
Yeah.
you. How you been? Oh hell no.
No. If I, with a few exceptions, if I won the Powerball, I would throw a party. But I wouldn't throw the party announcing that I won the Powerball. I would just throw a party, just being like, yo, like this is a nice party. And then invite a bunch of people. Those who show up are basically the ones who are kind of like, they're the real ones. They're like show up. Those are the ones that like, like your friends and they're deserving of the money with a few exceptions. You know what I mean?
I'll be real with you guys, right? If I won that specific Powerball, y'all getting a million each.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'd give a mil.
Easy.
I'd give a mil.
That's called loyalty.
Hell yeah.
Oh, if I win the lottery, I'm going off the grid. You guys will never see me or hear from me ever.
Honestly, I respect that shit too.
Yeah.
I was like, if I never see you again.
Random written letters from me.
I'd get postcards from like all sorts of like places of the world.
Like
My
here's $2.
assumption will always be like, man, someone actually killed Snowy for that money. That's like he was missing. Like that's what it is. It's not he went off the grid and that someone got him.
So I feel like Andrew would be the type of person like you would travel. I would imagine like I would love for you to travel if you won this money, but Andrew would be the kind of guy who would send a postcard, right? But with like that currency. So like he'd send like he'd give me like $20 and then he'll be like here, but it's like euros. And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And then like I get all that money, but it's all in just different currencies that I can't use.
That'd be a good collection.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Powerball when I last checked, so that was this morning, the Powerball was at 1.5 billion. It is definitely increased. This might even hit 2 billion before we even get a winner. Who knows? The next drawing is Saturday, November 5th. So you have 2 days to get Powerball tickets before the next drawing. So if you are of legal age or you have family who is of legal age or anything, get those Powerball tickets because you can get a chance to win. You know what? You might lose a couple bucks, but you might win a lot of bucks. So, if you're interested in doing that, go ahead and buy those Powerball tickets, man. Powerball is going crazy. And that was really all the notifications. So we're going to hit up a lot of Disney stuff. So Mandalorian Season 3 has been announced and will officially premiere February 22nd. So for all of you, for all you Star Wars fans, I know Kyle's a big Star Wars fan, but for all you Star Wars fans that really enjoyed The Mandalorian, look out for this because it's airing February 22nd. That seems very exciting. I haven't even seen the first season of The Mandalorian, but I hear very, very good things about the show.
Even if you don't even like any of the rest of those movies or whatever, this is probably like the best shit of the franchise. Mandalorian, great.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't even know it was 3 seasons, but yeah.
You should be on the third season now. Yeah.
Kyle's been waiting. He's excited. Yes, February 22nd is the premiere of season 3.
Kyle knows.
Season 3. And speaking of February 22nd, it's a big day. February 22nd is also the release of PlayStation's VR 2. PlayStation is releasing its second VR. It's going to cost $549.99, and that is going to be released February 22nd as well. I don't
even know they already had one.
PlayStation 5.
What'd you say, Andrew?
Isn't that like the same price as like a PlayStation 5?
PlayStation 5 is $500. So this is even more expensive.
More?
It's more expensive.
What?
Well, it depends on the PlayStation that you get. So a PlayStation 5 disc is $600, I think, but a PlayStation discless, where you just get digital copies, that's $500.
Do they even have good games for VR?
I don't even know.
Because I always see like them like things online about VR and like getting a VR or whatever. But then like I've never seen someone like showcase like the dope ass game that goes with a VR. Like,
They have
I
some
don't know.
games, and people do say that the games are a little entertaining, but it's not like realistic. Like from what I've seen, but to already release a VR2, I didn't even know PlayStation had a VR1. I just thought VR
Yeah,
was VR.
yeah,
I
me
didn't.
either.
Yeah, I didn't know it was PlayStation. So
The only way I'll ever play VR is if they ever develop the technology for Sword Art level VR.
now I'd be too scared. I'd be way too scared because I wouldn't
No,
wouldn't want.
that'd be
I'd be like,
fucking
fuck,
hype.
I'm gonna get like trapped into this
Yeah.
game. Like it's gonna suck.
That's my hope.
Yeah. Or like Spy Kids 3D, that like when they were in a video game for Spy Kids, that was cool.
Yeah.
He didn't get stuck in that one. He was able to get out. So I think
The
that
only way I would play a PlayStation VR is if someone has it at their house and be like, "Hey, you want to try it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." That'd be the only.
yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
That sounds like such a very typical. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I would definitely give it a
That's how I
shot.
ended up trying VR for the first time before too. Yeah.
I feel like VR is gonna give me a headache. Like I feel like
Yeah, I'd
VR
imagine so.
hurts my eyes.
Mhm.
Like in my head, I'm gonna get like too much of a headache, and because I get motion sick now playing video games that are higher than like 30 FPS sometimes, and I get headaches. And it turned out it's not just me, which is really cool. And it's also why I kind of like the new Gotham Knights game, because they're actually limiting it to strictly 30 FPS, because of they're not going any higher because of the potential like health hazards and headaches people can get, which is really cool. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of excited for Gotham Knights, but that's coming out soon too. That's coming out at the end of the month. So yeah, VR2 is coming out. I didn't even know there's a VR1, but I guess if you're interested in that and you have the first one, you're interested in the second one. Well, it comes out February 22nd. New release, The Last of Us, my absolute all-time favorite video game. It does have a show.
Oh.
The show,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
and
That's
it has the guy that played the villain in the second Wonder Woman movie, who's been blowing
Yeah.
up since then.
Who is also the
God,
Mandalorian? Fun fact.
yeah.
Yeah, he does play the man.
Yeah,
Yep, yep. So he's gonna be the main character. I don't remember the guy's name from the show, which I don't technically agree. There's a lot of other actors that I could see playing the role a little bit better. What?
I was hoping he played Gerard Butler.
Yes.
I was hoping he played Joel.
Oh, really? Gerard Butler would be kind of cool to play Joel. But
I've never seen the games, I can't say.
I was thinking
I just know
more
this
like
guy's a phenomenal actor, though.
yeah, the guy who played Bruce's father in Batman vs Superman, I thought could play a really good Joel.
Oh yeah.
So there's a good amount, but they picked him, so it's whatever. But I love the game. I'm actually really excited for the show to come out. I guess I'm going to give it a shot because I did see the preview, and the clickers look phenomenal. They showed one of the clickers. Oh my god.
Real quick, what's the premise of this?
So the premise, the game is it's a zombie game, and it bases itself around the first video game. There's two games, but the first game was such an amazing, fantastic game. I might actually live stream it again because I actually love this game, and it's about due time that I play it again. But it's based off of this guy who lost his daughter at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. And they kind of like fast forwards into the future a little bit. There's a girl who got bit, but she's immune. And she needs to be like, I guess Joel was trusted in taking her to get like a couple states away so that she can be tested for like a cure. So but he didn't want to do it, but then there was like a deal going on or whatever. I don't know. So he like takes her on the journey to then find the group of people called the Fireflies that is the ones that are trying to research why she's immune. And it's a whole like obviously, you know, but the thing is it's a game, but it's also a show. So like there's like long clips in between, and like you're watching the relationship grow and develop, and it's so good. And the story plot, the plot, the story, the animation, the clickers, the just the premise of the entire game is so well done. Even the soundtrack is gorgeous, with like strict like acoustic music.
Yeah, I swear, like so many games
good
have
stuff.
such phenomenal stories. Like you could just turn every one of them into a
This
movie.
was
Oh,
good.
this is top tier.
This is top tier.
Yeah.
This is my
You know, it's like a zombie
Mhm.
survival game. Like it's the story really shows you more of like the humanity side and how people can go crazy when the apocalypse happened.
Yeah,
When stuff
because
like that happens.
you were playing the game and it wasn't even just like, even in the second one, it's not even like the clickers and the zombies, they're not even like half the problem. Like the people are the more of the problem in the game than the clickers are. But it is, again, so well done. And this was back when PlayStation 3, by the way. The Last of Us came out on PlayStation 3, the first one, and then the second one came out PlayStation 4, and then they remastered it because it's such a good game. So now the show is coming out, and I just really hope that they stay true to the game.
Ooh,
But
yeah,
it's
I saw a lot to hold up to.
it's
I was-
great.
I cried.
I
The
cried.
first game.
Yeah, I cried. I legitimately cried because I wasn't. I mean, like, if you haven't played it, like, I guess it's a slight spoiler that the daughter dies. But like, it's at the very beginning, but I was not expecting it because the thing is too, they let you play as different characters. So I played as the daughter for like 5 minutes, and within those 5 minutes, it's so easy to get attached to the character. Like it was everything that happened was so fast and so just like I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And then like I was playing, I was calm, and then 1 second I was calm, 1 second it's just like an explosion, all this shit's happening, and then it's so well done. It really is. And I cried at the very beginning of the game, and I didn't even fucking play this game for like more than like 5 minutes. And then I cried again at the end. Because it's so good, man. It is so good. If you ever have a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 4 or something, and you ever want to play a game, The Last of Us, I highly recommend. It is my #1 favorite video game of all time so far, as well as Spider-Man and stuff like that. But no, great game, fantastic game, and I hope that the show is gonna do it justice. So, it comes out. It premieres January 15th. So look out for that because there's probably gonna be another trailer out, but we'll see. So I have high hopes for this game, which might be bad, but I have it. Next is Crystal Lake, guys. For anyone who knows what Crystal Lake is, or if it sounds familiar, it's because it has very much to do with Friday the 13th. So Crystal Lake is the campground that Jason was a part of during the Jason movies and all of that other stuff. And A24 is making a Friday the 13th prequel series called Crystal Lake. And it's going to be probably how he was created and how he became a thing and all that other stuff. So we will see how that goes. But that sounds interesting, to say the least.
I've still never seen any of those movies.
Really? They're pretty
I
solid.
still can't tell because I attempted like Trony was live streaming it at the newest one, and I was watching, and I had so many questions the whole time, and I was like, all right, I feel bad. I should probably like watch the movies, but like I could not tell like, is he like some weird monster demon thing? Like, does he come back to life like a zombie? Is he like this weird ghost?
Yeah.
Immortal killer. Because if I remember correctly, I don't really know much about Jason, but his mom was like a witch or something like that did black magic on him, where he can't die. And every like, I guess Friday the 13th, he will come up and just murder kids on campus.
Because like during the whole movie, right, almost the entirety of it was every like townsperson was just like harassing and like shit talking like the lady, like the sister or something, and like as if like she could have stopped him or something.
I don't know.
It was like he's the reason why my sister died. Like and like she's like, and I was like, I thought he was like a monster. How's the sister supposed to stop him? Like if he keeps coming back.
I don't know.
I couldn't understand.
For Halloween.
I don't think they know that he can come
Was
back.
it?
Halloween, like the original Halloween, that one is where like Michael Myers his sister.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah, you're thinking of Michael
He was
Myers,
through
bro.
a lot. Oh, okay. I always confuse
But
the
they
two.
changed that whole
Wait,
story.
is that whole story different too?
Not
Well,
really, no.
originally Michael Myers had a sister. The sister was Jamie Lee Curtis. That
Jamie Lee Curtis. I remember Jamie Lee
Yeah.
yeah.
Curtis.
Then the newer Halloween now they rewrote the whole story. They changed the whole story. She's not the sister anymore.
I
Now he
thought she
doesn't have a
was.
sister.
No, I thought she was the
Now
sister.
it's just someone that she believed Michael is obsessed with. That's it.
Huh.
Dude, so it started out as sister, now it's an obsession.
Yeah, they changed the story.
That's weird, man.
That's a little weird. I don't like that.
I feel like all these horror movies, like they need to start some new ones.
Yeah, Jason had always been like, if I remember correctly, again, the mother was a witch and she did black magic on him, and that's why he can't die, and he only comes up to kill people on a certain day or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, but he hovers around Crystal Lake, so that's
Yeah.
kind of where his thing was, because he was bullied as a child, and I think he drowned as a kid. He drowned and died at the lake or something like that.
Not exactly sure.
I don't remember.
The only thing I remember about Jason is the Jason versus Freddy.
Yes, it was so awfully good. It was so bad that it was good.
Yeah.
I've rarely seen the Jason movie. No, not Jason. Fucking Freddy movie, but like, did not like it.
Freddy versus Jason was like, it was bad. It was bad, but it was also like hilariously good. Like I enjoyed it because it was just bad. But yeah, they might actually make another one. Who knows? Okay, so this one's interesting. So you remember how Elon Musk was buying Twitter, and it was a whole thing. It was huge, and then all of a sudden he backed down for buying it, and then he got sued by Twitter. Pretty sure Twitter won because Elon Musk ended up buying Twitter because of the deal. So now Elon Musk owns Twitter, and what has he done? Oh my God, like people are pissed. He has been going off on Twitter. He immediately fired the entire board, and he's the sole owner and person in charge of Twitter. He fired the entire board.
But he got mad because he got sued to being forced to buy it.
No, it was because of he wanted Twitter to go in a certain direction, and he wanted to unban people, and they wouldn't do it because of Twitter's rules. And then he was like, "You have until like whatever, and if you don't unban them or do what I say, then you're fired." And they didn't do it, and then he fired everybody, and now he is the sole guy who controls Twitter. He is, let me see here. He's apparently, so this is what I've heard, but he apparently is going to be like, you know how difficult it was to become verified on Twitter? So Twitter's verification thing is like, if you were to ever see a Twitter profile with a blue check mark, that meant you were verified. And what that meant was basically you're popular, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, you're famous, or you're very popular on Twitter where you're making a lot of followers and you tweet very often to the point where you can argue that you should become verified. And verified accounts are more legitimate. They're not fake accounts, obviously. They're not like they're not trolling accounts. So this is
usually those accounts that are very famous. People make a lot of other accounts fake ones.
Right.
So that's the way you can tell the difference.
It's how you can tell the difference. This is how I get all of my Marvel and DC news. Is usually if I go to Twitter, I'll look at IGN or all of the verified, actual, factual accounts. So now what happens is Elon Musk is actually going to change that to the point where anyone is actually eligible for getting verified on Twitter. You just have to pay a $20 monthly fee to keep the verification. Now, if you are already verified, you will not be verified if you choose not to get the subscription. He's doing all of this other stuff where it's like he's also like getting upset at people for speaking their voice. Like he banned someone because he was pissed off at like something that they said about him. But it's also like that's besides the point of what he wanted to do for Twitter, because it's like he wanted Twitter to be a First Amendment, like freedom of speech area, but he's like deleting posts and stuff. Like, Elon Musk is a badass kind of dude, but he's also like super butthurt about everything I've heard. Like I've heard Elon Musk gets like so easily offended and like aggravated if something doesn't go his way or if you're talking shit about him that he will like literally try and fuck you over. That's he I don't know. That's what I've heard. But this is everything and like I guess like throughout this time Twitter has also he's been saying other things that he wants to do. Now the problem with this is I don't think I'm going to be able to get my news from Twitter anymore because that means all bot places if they just pay the $20 a month they are verified and then they can make fake information. So it's just I'm going to have to do my research a little bit more now. But it's interesting. People are leaving Twitter because they do not agree with what he is going to be doing with it. And I don't know. And it's funny too, because the creator of Twitter actually released a beta version of another social media app after he sold Twitter to Elon Musk. So it is very interesting, the direction that he took. So good for him, I guess. But I guess people he might have foreseen this and he's going to take action. Who knows? But we'll see what the future of Twitter holds. Next, more Disney. Hercules. Guys, I believe we heard of a live action Hercules being announced. And
I did not know that.
Oh, okay. So live action Hercules was actually announced a long time ago, from what I remember, because I've been noting this for a while. And a lot of people wanted a lot of different actors to be Hercules. There was a lot of argument for Ariana Grande to be the girl and a couple other actresses. Yeah. And they wanted Izzo to be one of the women there. I don't remember what they call themselves. But they always sang. There was like 5 of them. Yeah, the Vase women. They wanted Izzo to be one of them, and then they actually had like a solid cast for them. But they wanted like Michael B. Jordan to play Hercules, like the whole thing, and it's a whole thing. Apparently, the directors for this live action Hercules said that they're going to be taking an experimental, different approach to this movie by making it a modern musical influenced by TikTok. By TikTok, guys.
Oh my God.
God, that sounds worse.
That sounds awful. Have you seen the dances trending on TikTok? They suck.
Modernize it? That's a part of the aesthetic of Hercules is the ancient times. You know what I mean? Like this was like one of my all-time favorite animated Disney movies.
Well, here's the thing. Modern musical, which means that they're probably going to be doing some like rap and hip hop pieces with like hip hop. They're probably going to hit it up like Aladdin. You know what I mean? The live action Aladdin, they did some like hip hop dancing and stuff like that.
I just want some original songs, man.
Yeah, but they're not.
As long as they keep most of those shit in there.
They'll probably remix "Go the Distance" by the Hercules song that they did with like freaking DJ Khaled or some shit. I don't know, but like. It's gonna be weird because like how do you influence by TikTok? You know, like what are you gaining influence from? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. It's a little confusing to me. But there you go, Hercules. I don't think that's gonna be a good one. I don't know.
I'd hope it at least came out better than Mulan. I was mad that Mushu wasn't in it and it wasn't a musical.
Yeah, that sucked. Mushu not being in it was stupid. But we'll see how this goes. But as of right now, this is the direction that it's going. And I don't see it as a good direction. So we'll see. Hercules is just going to be some like fucking college football jock guy named Chad or some shit. Like, how are you going to... I don't know. Oh, this is interesting. I gotta hear your thoughts on this one. Henry Cavill. Love him. He's amazing. Probably one of the most perfect human beings on the planet.
Yes.
He played The Witcher, as we all know. He played Geralt in The Witcher. And he left. And so apparently he's going to be replaced by Liam Hemsworth. Not even the buff Hemsworth. He's just going to be Liam Hemsworth. Which if you see, I put a side-by-side picture. This is Henry Cavill on the right side playing Geralt. And then there's Liam Hemsworth. You know how jacked Henry Cavill is. And he was just as jacked in the show than he was for Superman.
what annoys me is that like it's not just like he's taking up like a role to be the new main character. He's literally recasted as the same character 4 seasons in.
Yeah, 4 seasons.
It ruins the entire show when you go that deep into a show and then recast the main character, not anything other. I mean, like side characters, yeah, that's fine. But goddamn, like
Well,
I don't know, like I've seen him act. I don't know how he'll do in this role. I can't even imagine how he'll look
no, he's not
like
gonna do
with
it.
the same like thing. No.
Can't see it.
I think with the Witcher series on Netflix, it's more of like I watch it because I like the folklore of it, like the whole fantasy of it. But Henry Cavill or Cavill, like he was the bonus. He was the big bonus for me watching The Witcher.
Yeah.
So with this guy being casted as Geralt, I wouldn't mind. I'll still watch the show. If I remember correctly, in the Witcher game, I don't think his physique was that big anyway, so I don't think it's a physique thing. So
Maybe, but when you go for
his face, he do have a baby face, which is kind of weird. So it's
yeah,
Geralt is more.
Because it's like because especially since it's this far in, I can't not finish it. Like as annoyed as I am that they're like recasting like the main character, like I have to watch it because the story is great. Like I enjoy the story, and like it's developing into something good. Like so, like
yeah, but you know why you
mad
like
about
the
it.
Because of Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
No, because of
That man,
No, because he made the story.
that bard, that song.
Oh, the Bard was funny. Yeah,
Your Witcher.
he was a funny guy.
When that song came out, I listened to that shit over and over again.
But the thing is, Henry Cavill was the sole reason as to why the show stayed in the direction that it did. Because we all know, Henry Cavill is a huge nerd. He is a huge nerd. He builds computers for fun. He is very involved in like Dungeons and Dragons and all this other stuff. He knows his stuff, and he is very versed in the Witcher games. He's played all of them.
This
And
man read the books.
He read the books.
You know what I mean?
He changed the script. He like the people wanted to go in a certain direction. He said no, and he was like, "We need to do it in more of a video game way." The reason why he left, and people are saying because it was Superman. No, it's because the directors in the screen, like their directors are going, they're finally saying no, and they're going their own separate direction. And Henry Cavill did not agree with it, and they're ruining The Witcher. Like it's they're going off script and making it their own, and it's like Henry Cavill he was like, you know what, I've got Superman, and I'm just like, no, I don't agree with the way that it is, so he left.
So we're getting
like,
a recast and a bad script,
pretty much from what I've heard.
Wow.
So I don't know how good season 4 is going to be, but Liam Hemsworth reportedly is going to be playing Geralt. And
season 3 didn't even come out yet, did it?
No, it did.
Did it? Because I was like, I thought I remember only 2.
No, it's.
And I was like, how's it season 4 already?
No, it's season 3. Season 3 just came out on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it was like recent. Because I put The Witcher on my Netflix list, and then I took it off because I was like, I'm never gonna watch this.
Quick look.
Yeah, it should be. So that's that, though.
Aha! Only 2 seasons.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Third season. Supposed to.
Third season has Henry Cavill in it.
Yes.
For the 4th season, I think that's when they're doing a switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to do some dumb thing where he gets cast, like a spell gets casted on him or something to change his face at the very end or something like crap. I don't know.
What a
change actors, and then that's to expect us to just
maybe.
Go with it.
But so that's The Witcher. So I don't know. I don't like that. I think it's going to be dumb. Lastly, before we get into comic like news, because we've had a good amount of like non-comic related news. Pokemon. Yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet officially comes out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, November 18th. And I'm going to do a selfish plug, guys. So I am doing a giveaway for the new Pokemon video game. So if you guys are interested, if you have a Switch and you like digital copies of games, I'm going to be giving away 1 digital copy of Pokemon Scarlet or Violet. The winner gets to choose which one they want. So if you win this, you can either tell me Scarlet or Violet. All you have to do is follow me here on, or follow us and me on this channel, twitch.com or twitch.tv/adips underscore with a Z, ADIPZ underscore. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, follow me on that. Then on my About section, you will see a Discord channel. Come to my Discord channel and join it, get verified so that you can actually like post and stuff. Go to the giveaway section and you're going to just vote on which starter you're actually going to choose when you get the game. Are you going to choose, I forget the name. It's like something cat. It's a grass cat. Are you gonna choose the grass cat? Are you gonna choose Fuecoco, who's the fire starter? Or are you gonna choose Quaxley of the water duck? Vote in that area and you will be entered to win a chance to, get the copy of Scarlet or Violet. And the winner pulling will be announced at a later date. So once, I won't announce when I'm going to pull it, what time I'm going to pull it until we get to the week of the actual release of the game. And so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow, join my Discord and sign on in. And you got 2 weeks to do it. So I'm not going to close in the pollings like next week. You have 2 weeks to do this. So get to stepping. Or if you don't necessarily enjoy Pokemon, but you know people who would like to join to play Pokemon, or you want to, if they're interested in it, let them know. Tell your friends, pass the word around. That was it. I just wanted to give a little plug, little promotion.
Yeah. Pokemon, is that like? I'm surprised they're still making.
They're making a lot of Pokemon. I'm surprised
they're still making games.
Yeah, they're making a whole new region, whole new Pokemon.
Jesus.
Yeah, this one looks really good, actually.
That world must, I swear to God, the world of Pokemon must be just all land by now.
No.
There's been so much. I feel like there have been so much. Because I thought that like so many different fucking colors came out. Like if they got new regions.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of colors came out, so it's kind of hard to like name the game, I guess. But no, they're making regions. This is like I think region 9. There's a lot of regions of the world, and they base their games off of different regions that in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a new region, and it actually looks really cool. So I'm really excited because the other game, Pokemon Arceus, I wasn't a fan of. I didn't personally like it. I know a lot of people did, but it just wasn't my kind of game. This is my kind of game. So I'm very excited to play. But yeah, that comes out in 2 weeks. So that'll be fun. And now we finally get to DC news. And I'm starting off with DC first because we only really have 2 pieces of information, 2 pieces of things. And we actually really only have like 1. But I'm doing 2 because it has to kind of do with segueing into Marvel. So Kristen Milotti, I don't know if you know who that is. Kristen Milotti played the wife in How I Met Your Mother. She also played a couple of other things. I'm
watching that show right now.
Nice. Kristen Milioti, I think, or something like that. Milioti, something. Don't know. She's actually set to play Sophia Falcone in the upcoming HBO Max series The Penguin.
So in the Batman universe?
In the Batman universe, yes.
Yeah,
so in all their little spin-offs that they're doing, one of the spin-offs is actually a Penguin series, and this is probably going to take place. I would imagine it would take place after Falcone died in the Batman, because I feel like that, like at the end of the Batman the movie, we did see, and he mentioned that after Falcone died, it was an opportunity for a lot of other lower people to take power, and it was a power struggle.
Yeah.
And it showed Penguin. And I think it's going to show the Penguin's journey on trying to actually become the new Falcone, I think. And that's my opinion. But Sophia Falcone is going to be a part of it, and Kristen Milioti is going to be Sophia. So that'll be interesting.
Nice. I love her, man.
She's great. She's a good actress. Very good. And that's kind of it for DC news. But we're segueing from DC to Marvel in a little fun fact of a Marvel DC potential crossover. So James Gunn has been kind of moving around here since he became one of the CEOs of the DC Universe. And one of the things that he did say was he actually revealed that he spoke to the big boys up in Marvel and DC about a potential DC versus Marvel crossover. He did not mention what the decision was or what was said during that meeting, but he has said that he brought it up to question. Now, James Gunn does have Marvel experience by directing the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He also has DC experience with directing the what was it, the Rock
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, but also the Rock show.
What?
Didn't he? I mean, not the Rock. I'm
You
sorry,
mean
John
not The
Cena.
Rock.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Peacemaker, yeah.
Peacemaker. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Peacemaker.
He directed Peacemaker. So he's got a little bit of both directions now. The one thing that I think that's kind of bad about this is the never-ending bullshit arguments of who is actually going to win. When we both know it's going to be a fucking tie. Like,
No.
Yeah.
yes, it
They're gonna
is.
make it a fucking tie.
They're gonna make it a
fucking
tie.
which is why it's gonna be annoying. Because the winner of any of these all goes down to the writers. Like they just decide
Right.
like what will make it much more appealing, much more interesting.
And they've said
You know
that.
what I mean? But like,
They've said that. They've had such like, look, dude, they killed off one of the Ninja Turtles because one person was pissed off at what was going on. So they were like, you know what? Fuck you, Donatello. You know, like, I don't know if Donatello was the actual one that died, but I just know one of them died. And that was actually a jab. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this would be great storyline. It was like, nah, fuck this person. We're killing off one of the Ninja Turtles as rebuttal. And I was like, you know, people can do whatever they want. I mean, it's the whole thing where it's like the Hulk lost to Superman because he couldn't breathe in space. So what did they do to fix it? They made Hulk be able to breathe in space. And then he was able to beat Superman. It's like, you know, whatever you want to write, yeah, it happens. And we all know that Marvel and DC, the only way that it's going to be like, you know, remember how like, and I think this was mentioned on one of the shows, how freaking what's his name, Vin Diesel and The Rock had written in their contracts that they had to have an even amount of punches exchanged in the Fast and Furious movie. Did you hear about that? Yeah, they did.
No.
So I'm dead ass. So Vin Diesel and The Rock were such a, like, they're big boys. They're jacked. But apparently they also are very, like, competitive. And the only way that they would do the contract in the movies was if they had a clause in their contracts to have the same amount of punches thrown and hit to each other. So that way the fight was evenly matched and no one won or lost, because The Rock can't look bad. So The Rock can't lose a fight. And Vin Diesel didn't want to lose a fight either. And that's their clause. I think Marvel and DC are going to do the same, where Marvel and DC are going to have a clause where it's like, it's going to be a tie. They're going to fight and people are going to get their ass whooped, but it's going to be a tie nonetheless, where Superman's going to fight the Hulk or Thor, and they're going to be pretty evenly matched, which is going to piss me off. Like, I can understand the Hulk to a point, but Thor, fucking no. So, like, Thor would not be able to beat Superman, in my opinion. I know
You don't think Thor with Stormbreaker can beat Superman?
Thor with Stormbreaker will give Superman, like, a couple hits, but he's not immortal. Like, we've already known Thor is a human. He is not a god. He is just a god because people of Earth.
He's an alien species.
Right.
That's really what it is.
But the people
Superman's
of
an alien species too, so.
Yeah.
right, but he's
But
like,
like Superman,
impenetrable.
like
And technically, I think Thor, they use magic, don't they?
Thor doesn't use magic as far as his lightning, but I think he can use magic. I don't know how that works, actually. That's actually really interesting. That's a good point.
well, see, I don't even know, because in like the whole alien, like him technically being an alien thing, is what they have considered magic or another form of like alien technology of science or some shit. Because that was sort of what the first Thor movie was kind of explaining with all that. Yeah.
All I
I'm
know,
pretty sure Superman will smack all of Marvel people. I just wanted
Yeah.
to just
no.
put it in there.
I think that
I'm
there are
like-
people there are well, here's the thing. There are Marvel characters that will actually give Superman a run for his money that have not been announced yet or showcased in the Marvel universe. But I will agree, Superman can whoop ass. The only problem that I have is it's because they're gonna tie everything. I mean, it's gonna be like, you know, like a Batman versus
Yeah.
yeah, they have to. And that's the thing. But the annoying thing is when all of the fans are going to be like, nah, like, you know, this person totally won. I'll be like, fuck off. Like, no, we both know it was a tie. Get over it. Like, we know DC's not going to just go into the Marvel universe and Marvel's not going to just go into the DC universe and just kill a hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather
would
they
be
do
curious if they
a
made it
tie.
how the story would even work.
Yeah, I'd rather them doing a tie than what they did. If I remember correctly, what they did with the comics with the DC crossover and Marvel. It was more of a fan voting for which character they want to win.
Oh.
That's why it ended the way it ended.
Yeah.
So
That's dumb.
I hope it's not a voting thing. And if they made it a draw, a tie, that's fine with me.
I feel like they're going to have to do, like, it's going to be a one-off.
Batman beat Hulk.
Yeah, I know. It's
It's
ridiculous.
like I don't want that voting thing because I feel like now at this time period, there's more of a Marvel DC bias thing where like people are way more heavy into Marvel that they're like, yeah, like oh,
No,
Hulk can beat whatever.
I think you're right, and I think you're also like wrong at the same time. Yes, the Marvel MCU is more like big and mainstream, and a lot of people are more aware of Marvel. But I think people still like Batman, the character itself, like in general, like that's way more hype.
Oh, of course.
People like Superman, like the two right there, Batman and Superman, like they would never lose because everyone loves them. You know, Marvel fans and DC fans freaking love Batman and
Right.
Superman.
If they do a DC Marvel crossover and at the moment you bring in all the DC characters that are in right now, so you're going to tell me that you have Superman, Shazam, and Black Adam all here right now that's going to do a crossover with Marvel, and they're not going to fucking murder everyone that's a part of the Marvel universe right now? The three of them together can destroy planets. Like, it is just, it's no match. Like, you have to have like a dark side level threat. And there's none in the Marvel universe at the moment. You can have Galactus, but Galactus is going to be like, I don't even know how the hell they're going to make Galactus in this whole thing. I don't even, yeah, but yeah, it's going to be interesting if this is actually even a thing. But it would actually be really cool to see that crossover happen. So we'll see. But James Gunn has he has his eyes out for it, so he wants it. And that was it for DC, guys. Literally, it was nothing. But speaking of DC kind of Marvel crossover, Kevin Feige was apparently approached by our Lord and Savior, all hail David Zaslav, and he was approached by David to come over to DC and lead the entire DC universe. And Kevin Feige denied, which is, I feel like, a good thing. Feige in the direction that Marvel is taking, I don't think would do well in DC. I think DC has an entirely different vibe than Marvel does, and I think what Kevin Feige is doing is working for Marvel because it's Marvel. But I don't think it would necessarily work for DC. And I also think that if he were to come to DC, he'd be heading two giant ass universes, and he's gonna be slacking on, you know, one or the other or both, and it just wouldn't make for it. So I'm kind of glad he didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's really it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted that.
Yeah.
Like, that man's killing it in Marvel. I'd rather let him stick to it over there.
That the fact that they have James Gunn like being one of the head supervisors for the DC projects, that should be good enough already, because he knows how to not hold back any punches when it comes to making DC movies, right, and shows. So I think that's DC needs to be more dark, and it needs to stay gritty. It can't have those colorful joking stuff that we normally get from Marvel. And I feel like if he was to come on board with DC, it probably would end up that direction. I don't know if I want that.
No, I agree. And I think that, like, Yeah, I think that James Gunn is he's been showing that he's moving in a solid direction and he can make some really good DC projects. So, I'd like for him to continue on. We'll hopefully he does a good job. So, but he did deny. So that was cool. But also, I don't know. I thought it was interesting to hear that he was approached to potentially head DC. So
that also kind of says a lot about David Zaslav too, how committed he is to making DC better.
Oh, for sure.
If he's willing to go and ask Kevin Feige,
You're already recruiting and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, I had faith in Zaslav from the moment that I met him, from the moment that I locked eyes with his picture. He is such a good, The
moment I found out that he started canceling the right things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this man knows exactly what he's doing.
But here's also the thing. I feel like Zaslav, he's not the type of person to just say things. So we've had a lot of people saying that they're going to do this or saying that this is going to happen. Zaslav is one of the first people that I have seen that has actually said something and really taken action on it. And what I mean by that is he basically already even said that he wants to rewrite and rebrand DC around Henry Cavill and make it a whole Superman thing. And honestly, it's starting to see that it's starting to look like this is actually the approach that Zaslav said in the first place. So it looks like he's making really big moves.
Yeah.
I want the DC universe that we fucking deserve.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now that Henry Cavill's back, it's
we're moving in a good direction.
That's the goddamn start.
We're moving in a good direction.
Coincidentally, that has to start with Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah.
It's just because Superman, the S stands for hope. He is our hope.
He is.
So he needs to stay.
He's 100% our hope, and I think even I feel like honestly, even Cavill is going to be a big part of the writing and screenwriting of future movies because he knows so much. He chose the suit that he wanted to come back in. He chose the way that he wanted to come back in. He is the Superman. He knows his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was just rumors or it was a fan thing or something like that, but didn't he sign on recently to be in Justice League 2?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about a second Justice League. I know that he did a Man of Steel 2. So Man of Steel 2 is official. But I haven't heard anything.
That one is starting to be in the works.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about a second Justice League movie.
Yeah, because that would have brought up a whole new conversation.
Oh, for sure. But no, so for right now, no. But hey, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere with DC. But back to Marvel. Oscar Isaac won Best Actor in a Streaming Series for Moon Knight at the 50th Saturn Awards, which was 100% very well deserved.
Oh yeah, he did.
Very, very well deserved.
I know. Oh my god, I gotta rewatch it because that was such an enjoyable watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Moon Knight, it was a good watch.
I'd rewatch it just so that I could watch him going back and forth between the different personalities, which is obviously why he won. But oh my god, did he do a really good job? His acting was phenomenal, and so if he didn't win that award, I would have been upset. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But he won it, and it's a good award. So good job, congrats, Oscar. And we only really have two more small pieces of news. Just announcements, really. There's not much to talk about for these two, but I don't even know how to pronounce. Yahya Abdul Mateen II will be playing Wonder Man in the new Disney Plus series. He is the guy who played Black Manta.
Black Manta?
Yep. He's Black Manta. He was in Us, and he was also in Candyman.
I freaking love that, man.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. He's a solid actor. Mm-hmm. But he's gonna be Wonder Man now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything.
Wonder
about
Man,
Wonder Man.
I'm pretty sure is supposed to be on par with a Superman level strength, isn't it?
I have no clue. I couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about him.
It's been a minute since I've heard anything about Wonder Man, but it was something vaguely.
He's a very small character.
Reminiscent of that, yeah. Yeah.
But if
He
he's
goes
That's
through
interesting that they're
powers,
bringing
you
Wonder
know?
Man in. Like, wow.
if he's
Yeah.
on par with Superman, I would imagine that he would be a much bigger character in the comics than he is.
I mean, honestly, like if you don't know this, but like I mean, a lot of like non big characters, and it's really it's just branding.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're not as big on in the comics or whatever, but they're like on par to certain levels with a lot of main characters. It's just the branding is like they don't look as like they're either their backstory isn't as interesting or their like whole state like name and outfit whatever doesn't kind of swing people into wanting to like care about them.
Right.
But
That makes sense.
yeah, I gotta look them up again. I gotta look them up.
Speaking of, like, I actually just found out about a hero in Marvel that was the Marvel version of Superman recently.
Oh, really?
His name is Gladiator.
Oh, okay.
So he's part of the Annihilators. That it's like a team with like Silver Surfer and all that stuff.
Yep.
Mhm.
And his powers is basically Superman's powers.
It's crazy.
Like it's insane.
Yeah. So
It's
yeah,
weird.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a good actor. I really like him. It just seems that Wonder Man is kind of really out of left field. Like it just seems very random right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know his backstory, so I don't know which part of the Marvel universe that they've already created he's gonna come out of. Because like, I don't think they're gonna like introduce him out of nowhere. I feel like they're gonna ease him in from another movie or another TV show.
Right.
Like just because he's such a like unknown character. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
I
curious.
guess we'll find out.
His other alias is Mr. Muscles.
So there you go.
Yeah, damn.
He's probably gonna get ripped for this, but yeah, I'll be curious to see how he fits into the Marvel universe. And last but not least, we have Aubrey Plaza has been announced to join the cast of Agatha. So yeah, she's
I
great.
love her, man.
Yo, she's like crazy hot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Her
legit
dead
crazy.
No,
expression
like,
is
yeah.
exactly my type.
No, like that's what I mean.
That's
I'm not saying that she's
Why are
like
you whispering? What's going on here?
because man, because like my wife can hear me. No, I'm just kidding. But like it's not even just that. It's like it's not I'm not saying that she's like crazy hot as in like damn, she's so hot. No, she's crazy. And it makes her hotter. That's the thing. Like, and I'm like, it's an odd thing, you know?
And it works for me every time.
Yeah. It's she's got something. It's something about her, man. It's something about her.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, damn, man. Yeah, okay. You can do that to me, I guess.
I'm getting a little moist.
Okay.
Okay.
And I vape.
Gotcha. But yeah, she'll be joining the cast of Agatha as well as actually that's it. So I haven't really heard any other cast members. I don't know why I said that, but Aubrey Plaza will be joining the cast of Agatha. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that Elizabeth Olsen will be returning as the Scarlet Witch and Agatha as well, which makes sense.
Yeah.
We all knew that was going to happen. So there's that. And that's it, guys. So we have had, this is a short one, an hour, which is still a solid time. I mean, you know, you're going for an hour podcast, usually an hour. We usually just kind of go a little bit over, but that's it for this. That's it for today. You know,
It's very tamed.
very tamed. It wasn't a lot of like conversational.
Honestly, the bigger part of the conversation was all pre-comic stuff.
Yeah, it was all like Disney
That's funny,
related or like other things like that, which I figured it was going to be for this week anyway. But not a lot of conversational topics for today. But it was also our 40th episode, which is very exciting. So we're in the big 40.
Getting real close to 50, baby.
Getting real close to 50. We're going to do something big for 50. But yeah, that was it, guys. So that was it. Again, YouTube, Twitch, anyone, if you like Pokemon and you are interested in winning potentially a copy of the new Pokemon game, go ahead and follow me on Twitch and join my Discord, and we'll get on that in 2 weeks. That's going to be very exciting. So other than that, I think that we can call it a night. So hopefully everyone has a great rest of their night. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and have a safe lovely, fun, whatever you're doing. And have a good week. But we will be back next week, next Thursday, for some more comic nerds fun. Either nerding out or, just talking about topics. And join us every Thursday if you're interested. And yeah, have a great night, guys.